Hey guys, this is an introduction video to a series I'm doing on how to build a multi-million-dollar company through email marketing, or basically promoting your product or service using direct advertising through emails. And I'm going to show you how to do it using a method that I'm using, and here is all you have to do. First thing you need to do is you're going to create a basic piece of junk blog. It's going to be really basic. You don't need anything professional to do this. You just want a basic blog. All right, so once you have your blog, you are pretty much set and ready to go to do the rest of this. And your blog is just an informational place where people can learn about you, your company, and what it is you're doing. So that's where you're really going to allow your customers to get to know more about you, is on that blog. All right, so what do you do to turn this basic blog, this thing right here, into a multi-million dollar company? How do you do that? Well, here's all you're going to do. You need to find traffic, all right? Traffic. Now, if you're not familiar with what traffic is people who come to your web pages or social media. It's basically when you get people to view things that you've placed on the internet. We call that traffic, and those people are called leads. Now, the whole goal of this, in order to build a multi-million dollar company, is to get these leads to pay us for what we're providing on the blog so that we can make a multi-million dollar company. So how do you do that? How do you get these leads to your blog or website? Well, what you need to do is you need to have something that's going to drive these leads right here to your blog. And to do that, you're going to use a very powerful tool. It's very accessible. It's called social media. Now my goal for this series is to teach you guys how to actually use social media to get yourself leads and how to generate traffic to your web page to the point where you can build a multi-million dollar company. Now, first things first, like I said, you're going to be using social media. So that means you. Yes, you, the business owner, the entrepreneur, the CEO. You are going to be using something that is very powerful, and it can get you lots of customers, and all you're going to do is use something called the rule of free. Now, some of you might be saying, but we're trying to make money here. How am I going to get a multi-million dollar company by giving stuff away for free? Well, hold on a minute, because free just means it's something that is informing them. It doesn't mean you're actually going to give them a product or a service absolutely for free. It just means you're giving them information, either through a video or an article. And what you're going to do is, by providing it for free, you're going to be dragging in the leads and the customers. And what that does is it actually picks you up a target audience. And what a target audience is nothing more than just people who have the potential to be interested in making a purchase from your company or business. Now, that's what a lead is. It's a potential customer that would be interested in making a purchase from your company or business. And a bunch of leads is called the audience. And so what you want to do is you want to get this rule of free, all right? You want to exercise the rule of free, and you're going to be sending it right here to your leads through social media. And there's a bunch of things you can do in order to get people to be interested in you. The main thing I would say are things like articles and videos. The reason why articles and videos are key in order to getting people to want to make a purchase from your company, the way that you drive these leads to your business, is because these are what are going to build your brand. Essentially, they're going that this is what makes you credible, is your articles and your videos. This is what shows people what you actually know and how valuable the information you're providing to them is. And once you can make a substantial amount of valuable information that actually could help people and they like it, you are going to include something that is going to be very important in this. You're going to include a link. And what you want, and here you don't just put a link on there, you're going to say to learn more about whatever it is you're talking about, you're going to tell people to head over to this link. Once they head over to this link, it's going to take them here to your blog. All right. All right. So once they're on your blog, here's where the magic happens. This is where the business key points are going to be happening. Your blog doesn't really have to be anything special. It doesn't have to be anything completely brand new or distinct or standing out. It just needs to be able to provide the information that people are looking for. And what you're going to do is once you've done that, you've now pulled in customers and they're now looking at your blog or web page and they're interested in what it is that you're doing. Once that happens, you're going to do something right here that is going to lead to your multi-million-dollar company. And by the way, before we go any further with this, I cannot guarantee you that you are going to make a multi-million-dollar company, but what I can do is show you how to do it and the process that it takes in order to get up to that point. But getting to a multi-million-dollar company is basically more dependent upon you and your work ethic and sacrifice and hard work, and basically everything that you're willing to do in order to grow your business is based off of you. And I'm just giving you a method for how you can do it. Alright, besides that, once they're on your blog and they're interested in what you're doing, you're then going to get something from them that's going to help you grow your business. Right here. I'm gonna flip this around for you guys. Let me see if I can do it. Uh, oh man, I didn't think I was gonna have a hard time doing that. Alright, well, whatever. So basically, you're going to get their email from them, okay? They're going to give you their email, and then here's where it gets very interesting. To that email, you're going to just send them a bunch of free information. But you don't want to just send them any type of free information. You're going to be sending them free information that is beneficial to them. Alright, so now that you know what you're going to do here, you're going to essentially use social media to get people to your blog, and then from there, they're going to give you their email. Sorry that it's upside down. But then to the email, you're going to send free beneficial information to them. After that, after you feel like you sent enough beneficial information to them for free, let's say every other day for the next 2 weeks, the next week, the beginning of it, you're going to send them the one thing that's going to help make you money. You're going to send them what's called a premium offer. Basically, you're going to send them something that they have to pay for in order to access. And there's many things you can do for this. It's based off what your business does, and it could be like camping supplies, it could be your service, painting a house, cutting the grass, lawn care. It really doesn't matter. Whatever you're doing, and by the way, just so you know, you can sell anything if you find the right audience. So you can sell anything to as long as you find the right audience and you can make money from it. All right, so you're going to be giving them a premium offer. And this premium offer is going to be something they're interested in. So the key to this system is you're going to go on social media and find people, traffic, that are interested in what you're doing. Then you're going to include a link so they can come back to your blog. On your blog is going to be more information about things that they're interested in. After that, they're going to give you their email so they can subscribe to your weekly newsletter. And let's say every other day for the next 2 weeks, you're going to be sending free beneficial information to them. And after that 2-week period, you're going to give them a premium offer. The premium offer is what they're going to pay for, and that is how you make a sale. So that is pretty much the key to email marketing. But what you have to understand is that when you do this, you are going to have to understand that it can take time to build up a proper email list. And once you start getting email clients, you have to have information ready to go for you to give to these clients. So what happens is, since we're going to be doing this every other day, we're going to be sending an email, you have to make sure the information doesn't give too much away. Otherwise, there's no point in them paying you for your premium offer, depending on what it is. And you want to make sure that you have enough of this information for that 2 week period. That way you don't run out of things to say. And when you do your premium offer, all the premium offer is going to be is probably just all that information you gave them, a little more in each category, package it all together, then sell it to them. And just to let you know how easy it is to make a multi-million-dollar company if you can do it right, you don't have to charge them more than $4. All right? Actually, let me switch that around. $4. All right, you don't have to charge them more than $4, okay? That means for every person in your email list for that 2 week period, you're going to charge them $4 and you're going to try to get them to pay you $4, each of them. Now, let's say since we're trying to build a multi-million-dollar company, we have to start small and scale it up. So what you have to think about is, what exactly do you want in terms of profit from charging $4? Well, in order to get the profit, that means you have to somehow calculate how many people you actually need to make a purchase. Now, if it's to make $1 million, right? $1 million, that would mean 250,000 people have to make a purchase from you for $4. That's actually not too hard as long as you can get 250,000 people to be on your email subscription list. What I'd recommend is that you start small. Let's say you get 25,000 people, and then from there you charge each of those 25,000 people. You charge them with this premium offer for just $4, and then from there you are able to make $100,000. Now, if you think about this, since this is over that 2 week period, that would mean if you could do this and you're able to follow this method properly, after 2 weeks, you can make $100,000. And that means per month, since there's approximately 4 weeks in a month, and every 2 weeks you're going to be making $100,000 as long as that continues, that would mean per month you're making $200,000. That would also mean that at the end of the year, you have generated $2.4 million. And that's all from doing this email marketing. And like I said, it doesn't matter what you're selling. And the cool thing is you don't have to charge more than $4. And like I also said, 25,000 people, that's pretty easy. You just need to find a social media group that's interested in talking about whatever it is that you're selling or things related to what you're selling, and then you advertise to them with free content to pull them in and bring them to your blog. After that, once they're on your blog, you want to capture their email. You do this by basically having a panel or maybe a pop-up window on your website that says what you're going to do is you're going to ask for their email address and maybe even their name, and what you're going to say on it is, enter your name and email to receive the weekly newsletter about whatever it is that you're doing, let's say camping, to receive the weekly newsletter about the 50 most essential things to bring with you when you go camping. Then every other day for the next 2 weeks, you just are going to be sending them things about camping. You're going to send them like a few of the 50 things about camping, maybe 25 one day, 25 the next day. Then you want to send them more things about camping, what you should bring with you, some nice places to go camping. And then when you do the premium offer, let's say you're going to be selling them uh, a sleeping bag, a tent, something. It really doesn't matter what it is. You might even want to do something small, because in order to make the $4 profit, you have to make sure that you charge enough to make a difference of $4. So that means if it costs you $6 to make something, you have to sell it for $10 in order to make the profit of $4. And that's not very difficult. You just need to make sure that whatever it is, you aren't charging too much. So like, let's say you charge for a flashlight and you say, this flashlight is brighter than other brands. It will help you when you're in the darkness of camping. And you would say things like that to really build up people's interest in what it is you're selling. And the whole point is to make $4 profit. And that $4 profit is going to build up to, at the end of the year, hopefully around $2 million. How do you do that is through interest. So once you've done this email list, you want to keep them happy, okay? You got to keep your people happy. So you want to send them information that actually helps them and is actually beneficial to them. After that, you will then be at the point where you can charge them for something. And once you charge them once, you don't want to keep charging them. Once you give them one offer, after that, every other day again for the next 2 weeks, you're sending free stuff, free stuff, free stuff. Then, let's say you do a webinar or something on camping, and you say it's $5 to join. Well, great. Now people can join your webinar. It's $5, and let's say again, like 25,000 people, you're at $125,000, and that's from after 2 weeks. And all you did was you advertised for people to join your webinar for just $5. And the thing is, since it's cheap and it's low cost, that is what can attract more people. So by doing this, one, you're attracting people through their interest, and two, through the cost. It's not too expensive. So to give you a little more of an idea of how this is going to work, let's say for the $4, basically, here's how the system works. For every amount of money you want to make, let me turn this underline off. So what you want to do is you have to figure it out. So the amount of money that you want to make, let's say we want to make let's say $100,000, right? Well, in order to make $100,000, you have to solve a very simple thing right here. You have to solve this. All right, you have to be able to solve this. 4x equals 100,000. And I know this looks like a math problem you probably saw in school, but this is actually very important to think about. Basically, 4 times what is 100,000? 25,000. All right, great. Now that we know that 4 times 25,000 is $100,000, by the way, we have to find a way to go out and get 25,000 people at a minimum. I'd recommend that you do more because most likely some people aren't going to actually want to pay you, but our goal is to get to 100,000. So in order to do that, you probably want to advertise to about 30,000. So you have 5,000 extra people just in case the 25,000 that you originally advertised to, maybe a few people don't want to buy anything. All right, so basically the more money you want to generate from this at a low cost, the more people you have to get. Now, one thing you could do is you could double the price and cut the amount of people in half. So here's what I mean. We could double the price to $8, and let's say 8x is equal to, and you want to, and let's say you double the price, that means you can have less people come to this come to your blog and come to your business. So let's say you charge $8 and your goal is still to make $100,000, right? Well, at this point, all you have to do is when we solve this little equation here, where we actually do the math, that is actually, hold on, let's see, 100,000 divided by 8. Let me go over here and get a calculator really quickly, do some really quick math. It's going to be 100,000 divided by 8. That means you're going to have to get 12,500 people. All right, 12,500 people to make a purchase from you. And the thing is, you're going to reach $100,000 faster. However, since your price is higher, you're going to be able to do it with a smaller amount of people, which means instead of advertising to 25 or 30,000, you only have to advertise to, let's say, 13,000, and you only need 12,500 people to actually make a purchase. That's how you have to be thinking about it. but you don't want the cost to get too high because then people will be repelled from wanting to make a purchase from you. And just to let you guys know something, how much you charge for something is how much it's valued. So let's say you're selling a tent, right? A tent. Well, maybe you can get that, maybe you can sell that to someone for $700. Well, you have to really look at the tent. You have to first say, what material is it made out of? How big is it? What company is it? Because brand in these days brands actually matter. Would you like, and seriously, they really do. Would you prefer to have a Toyota or a Lamborghini? A Lamborghini, right? Because that's what people like. That's what people like to see. That's what you have to be thinking about is how much you charge for something, whether it's a service or a product. It has to have the value that you're charging it. You can't just charge $1,000 for something without being able to back that up. So you have to make sure that when you charge someone for something that you back it up. Now, in this video, this was more of an introduction, but I didn't really go into exactly what to say when you're making the offer, because that's very important. I didn't necessarily go over how to find the leads, how to find your traffic. I didn't necessarily go over that too much. Um, there's a few things I didn't really go over as much as I would have liked to. To go ahead and watch the entire video, the full thing, head over to our website, emails2millions.ml, because I didn't get to go over in this video as much as I would have liked to, but I want to make it short, quick, and to the point so that you guys can have a resource to really get an idea of how to build your company and how to really use email marketing to really grow a business. So I gave you a basic idea of it, but if you want to learn more, absolutely free. I'm not charging anything for this. Just head over to emails2millions.ml. It's right here, the URL. I'll also leave a link to it somewhere on the post. And here's the thing, on the website, we're also doing something where we're showing you how you can afford a Lamborghini in in 1 year. So basically within the next year, how you can afford a Lamborghini through email marketing. So go check all of that out. We're gonna show it to you all for free. Don't worry, you're not gonna pay anything. But to watch the full video, to watch the full thing, head over to emails2millions.ml. I'll see you there.